Wait,
Hello?
hello?
Hello,
Hello?
world?
I'm just gonna tap on the mic here. It's test, test, test,
Test,
test.
test, test.
We're live.
Testing one, two, three. Hello.
Welcome everybody to the. Hold on, I'm gonna summon it from my brain. Sixth annual, or whatever period of time we're talking about, Sanctuary PDH event here on the glorious internet, Al Gore's amazing internet. Um, I am one of your commentary partners, Derek. I am on the PDH Rules Committee. Um, I am joined by, and I'm pointing at my computer screen, queuing you on. I'm joined by.
Oh, hello there. I'm Sniffhow, or Eric of the PDH Pals. You know who we are. Come on now. I'm in like every Discord. I yap all the time. This time, though, you
Yeah,
guys are forced to listen to me yap about competitive players.
that's right. I'll try and keep them on the rails as best I can. Um,
Get the
so
spray bottle out.
right, um, we've got 3 rounds today. Cut to the top 4 pods, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Got some great decks, got some great players, got some good variety, got some boogeymen, got some new guys. A lot of cool stuff going on. So we'll try and show you as much as we possibly can. Try and showcase as much of the sweet, sweet stuff people are coming up with in Pauper Commander right now. And this first pod is going to cover a lot of that ground and just we're gonna hit the ground running. So um, we've got we got Kunks here on Abdel Adrian and Sorko Sailor. This is a deck that's kind of tried and true. Kind of blue white combo deck. We're looking to do some flicker shenanigans with Abdel and just kind of take over the game that way. Got Rilsa Rail with Buddyfish here, which is much more of a like a mid-rangey kind of aggro deck. It's got an aggressive slant, but it definitely has a lot of control elements. Can play a longer game, can grind really well, just because you have access to the Undercity and the Command Zone. Um, so that's a good contrast to the combo chops of Abdel. We've got Magus of the Jank, our good friend Ethan here on Contraband Kingpin, kind of a blue-black Banishing Knack combo list. Um, Banishing Knack is a combo suite that you don't see a ton. I know Clay is running it this weekend on Third Path Iconoclast, but this is a Dimir build. So you have access to a lot of tutors, a lot of cool artifact stuff. What you're trying to do is basically just catch your Banishing Knack, loop some artifacts, kill people with Cabal Paladin. Whenever you cast a historic spell, it deals 2 damage to all your opponents. Um, and then lastly, Sniff, why don't you tell us about this
Def-
last player in our pod here?
Lastly, but definitely not least, there are a lot of exciting pods to watch for this one, but I saw Alexios, and it's just sealed in stone now, buddy. Alexios is probably the coolest new commander we have out recently, and definitely going to be a huge shakeup to the competitive scene, I think.
Yeah,
This
it's
cheeky little guy is a 4 mana 4/4 trample. Attacks each combat, can't be sacrificed, can't attack its owner. Then each player's upkeep, they get control of it. They get stronger, and they got to swing.
yeah, he just
Uh,
goes around and around and around.
oh yeah, he's a
And
merry-go-round right there, and he's gonna be causing some trouble.
yeah, it just kills people for free is the idea. Um, Obviously, mono red soft to a lot of different removal packages, not a lot of ways to protect it. Notably, can't be sacrificed. So one of like the big things about Voltron decks that you find is that they're very weak to Fleshbag Marauders, of which there are like 5 or 6 now. So Alexios kind of dodges a bullet on that front. Um, but you're still able to bounce it, Doomblade it, all these other things. So really going to be really interesting to see how he's utilized because the incentives are really weird around this card. Do you kill it or do you want to wait till it gets to you and then attack someone with it and then I don't know, who knows? Who knows what the how the folks are going to want to use this guy once he's past him.
I think this is like actually the best pod for him too,
It's
because
pretty
you have
good, yeah.
two Demir decks who assume run a lot of removal, and you have an Abdul deck who's I'm going to assume running a lot of bounce. So I'm going to be interested to see like if the Pals theories hold up, that people are going to want to try and protect them so they can get rid of other players easier.
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's really interesting. Like knob on this card is like how you remove it and when you remove it. Looking at Kunks's list, it's a lot of your Flicker stuff. It runs some like onboard interaction. You've got Resculpt. We've got Echoing Truth. Not a whole lot. else? I mean, step through can be used to bounce creatures when you're on
Yeah,
wizard
you've got
cycling.
some like some standard good stuff here to get rid of him, but
Yeah, either spell bomb. Not like there's not like a density of like removal in the Abdo list. It's much more like streamlined. I mean, because Abdel Blue has been around for a while and it's been iterated on a
yeah.
lot.
I say a big brain play is just flicker him, just so he loses his counters and he's not as strong next turn. But that's just galaxy brain. We're probably not
That
going to see that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think clearly none of these players are going to be smart enough to figure out that. That's why
Yeah,
we're in the booth and they're the ones that are
and they're the one playing the game.
dancing for our pleasure here.
I really want to see the most. Sorry to interrupt you again.
Yeah,
Is I want to see the real surreal trigger the when she completes a dungeon. I want to see her give Alexios +5 menace and first strike.
that's the good stuff right there. I'll tell you.
That's use right there.
And speaking of Vril, so we're off to a good start here. Fairy Seer is like one of the really good one drops for this deck. Enter Scry's 2. I think this card is like really good in a lot of decks, but obviously here like an evasive body that gives you a little bit of selection.
Yeah, I agree. I think Fairy Seer is kind of underplayed still.
I
I
agree.
mean, like you don't want to put it in too many decks, but I think it's good in most of the
Yeah,
decks it's in.
yeah, for sure. Looks like that. It's a little blurry down there. Let me see if I can figure out what this card is. It's a 1 mana
That's
artifact.
Beamtown Beatstick, buddy.
Is it the beat stick? Yeah, it's the beat stick. Okay. So obviously that's going to do a number once Alexios comes down. Now these equipment are really great on Alexios because no matter who controls them, since you're the controller of the equipment, you'll get the treasures whenever it deals damage. So it really catapults your mana production.
Yeah, you get up to some crazy shenanigans.
Hmm.
Luckily, like you said earlier, it's just mono red, so it's not
Yeah,
too much. But like, man, this Alexios with other equipment on it is a nasty sight.
yeah, it gets pretty sick. And we're gonna see a Cloud of Fairies untap some lands. Gonna go
Instant
up
Cloud of
tempo
Fairies.
here. Yeah, looks like we're just gonna get on board. Get out of Fellwar Stone.
Guess
So
that's
that's what
okay.
Abdo wants to do. Ramp and get some ETB triggers on the board.
I think I'm too like hard conditioned to every time I see a Cloud of Fairies, just hold on to it until you're ready to combo.
I know. Well, speaking of which, here
And
you
speak,
a
yeah,
one.
that we got another one back to back. Wow, you'll love to see it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing about a Cloud of Fairies. Like, it's a good combo piece with High
Oh,
Tide.
look at these
Um,
competitive players, dude.
wow, look at great
Cloud of
mind.
Fairies Felwar into Cloud of Fairies Felwar. Come on.
But notably, Buddyfish has the trump card here, in that he is able to attack for one.
Yeah, get in there. Big
He's
beats.
gonna get a
Swinging
lot
at
of stuff.
Alexios right off the
Yeah,
bat.
he knows what he's about. Yeah, Cloud of Fairies is a good card. Combo piece, but also it's like a good tempo play. It's just an evasive body that can give you a little bit extra mana. Oh, all right. So Leather Arbor, just gonna play more equipment. Hopefully, we see another land here.
Tell me he didn't keep a fucking one lander. Come on. Come on.
So close.
Don't pass.
All we need are 4 lands. Hmm.
Oh, that's not good.
No, you don't like to see this.
Well, I was going to bring something up earlier too. Because I'm looking at a lot of these lists.
Yeah,
I'm very, very upset at the land count in about 90% of them.
a little too low for
It's
your
quite a
liking.
bit too low, and this is a prime example of it being too low right now.
Yeah, yeah, we're
Yeah,
passing the
Alexios
ether.
should not ever keep
Yeah,
a one lander. Just saying that right now.
yeah. I mean, the thing is this Alexios list has a lot of ways to like get ahead on mana. Like it's got like Generator Servant and like these sorts of
Yeah.
cards.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
ideally, you
rituals and
want a
stuff.
turn three. You want a turn three Alexios like every single
Right.
game.
But yeah, I
I
think one
get,
land
I
ether
get
with
it,
that is a
but
little
this is no
risky.
good.
Yeah, so we're gonna see Ethan just get the Contraband Kingpin online. So 1/4 lifelink, so it's a great like blocker on the battlefield. And whenever an artifact enters, you can scry one, so it gives you a little bit of selection for just basically doing what you already want to be doing. So it's a lot of free real estate on this card. It's gonna, I
I,
think, go a long
s-
way.
I still have this deck built, Contraband Kingpin.
Hmm.
Just all the good artifacts, all the good
Oh yeah,
equipment, stuff like that. And a joke in the PAL studio is that it's unkillable because that 4 butt for 2 mana is just ridiculous.
yeah, yeah. It's great. It's got great stats. Like, and that's the thing. Like, even when you're playing a combo deck, you still have to play like a game of Magic, right? Like, you still have to attack, block,
Yeah,
do
for
all
sure.
these things. So you have to stay alive, and this is a great card to do that.
Yeah, he's perfect at everything.
Yeah. All right, so Kunks is still on the gravy train here. Another great card, Inspiring Overseer, 2-1 flyer, ETB, draw a card, gain a life. So this is like a really great bread and butter card.
Yeah.
This is this is essentially like a flicker combo deck, and when you're doing that, it makes a lot of sense to have cards that are good to flicker, and hence Inspiring Overseer. One of the best, I think, in that manner.
I think it's the best one.
Yeah.
I think that there's no like real argument about that.
What about Merchant of Secrets? blue 2 colorless 1/1 draw card. He's a wizard, notably.
I'm very familiar with Merchant of Secrets. I have a foil one in my in one of my wizard tribal decks, but
Very nice, very nice.
I don't think they're very comparable.
One has better art, and I'm not going to tell you which one.
I will agree on you whichever you choose because they're both pretty good arts, and I do love Wizard of Secrets art. You know what I
All
really
right.
like as like a flicker kind of thing is Thalakos Seer or something like that. It's just the
Oh,
two
sure.
blue
Oh, yeah,
that leaves
two
before
blue.
you get a
Yeah,
card.
yeah, that card's really funky. Buddy Fish going to combat here. Not going to play a third land. We can attack for 2. Really going at Magus. And then, oh, Curse Marauder. Okay, so this is a Modern Horizons 3 special. Just a 2 mana flush bag. Just, card's pretty brutal.
Just the 2 mana. It is much better than a flesh bag.
Yeah,
One token is huge.
it's half a Chain Devil.
Yeah, that's the. Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the important difference between this and Fleshback is Marauder makes you sacrifice a non-token, which makes it a lot more valuable in a lot of situations. Like
Mhm.
99% of use cases, it's way better.
It's
All right,
probably one of the best cards in Modern Horizons 3. And
yeah,
that set had quite a
I
bit
think
of
that's
good
fair.
ones.
Oh, we got a Lotus Petal.
Okay,
Oh, we're cashing it in.
what we got?
All right,
I know we can get Rite of Flame.
the train is rolling. Poetic
Ooh,
Ritual.
nice. Okay.
So we've got 3 red now. Can we get to 4? 4's the magic number for the magic to really begin.
Honestly, yeah, just getting him out at 4 mana.
Oh, Sticker Goblin.
Mind Goblin. Oh,
Oh,
Lord.
is that what it's
Here we
called?
go.
I know it's called. All right.
Let's see how the sticker gameplay works here. Speaking of which, Rules Committee, why haven't you banned stickers yet?
Because they're too much fun.
Nudge,
Everybody
nudge.
loves them.
They are a lot of fun. But
All right, there he is. There's a guy.
yeah.
So now the fun begins. He's going to pass around the table, and every turn he's going to get a little bit bigger.
Yeah, Max is getting him first.
Yeah, get that leather armor.
I think if I was Magus, I'd be swinging at Abel or Abdel. Abdel is just so good and so strong.
Yeah, that's the thing about Abdel. It's just like a known quantity. So if you're looking to try and just make like the highest value play you can, it makes sense to go at Abdel just because you know pretty explicitly what it's about. It's a pretty safe bet.
I wish we saw the sticker sheet that Dingus got because it looks like they got 6 mana right there, which is pretty huge.
I don't know.
Just let him equip everything.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
now Alexios has Ward 1, Menace, Trample. When it deals combat damage, it gets a treasure,
Yeah.
which is kind of huge. Definitely gonna help that one land situation out. But
Yeah. Definitely gonna help with that. Okay, he's got a little infinite token there, control by active player to help kind of track it. That's the thing about like, playing on over spell table is it's hard to
yeah,
track things that pass from player to player. So we're just gonna represent it with that
this way
little
you can.
token there. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's why I
Lexios.
never brought a humble defector or anything like that onto an
Oh yeah,
online game. It's so
absolutely not.
impossible to.
So Lexios has to attack each combat and can't be sacrificed and can't attack Dingus. So let's see where he's going. It looks like Ethan's talking. He's trying to sweet talk somebody here, I think. Oh nope. Gonna send it at nope, untapping it. Hold on. Where's he going?
We hit somebody.
Oh, hit Abdel.
Hit,
Got
yeah, he hit
conked.
Abdel. Okay, makes
Alright, so it's
sense.
gonna be 6 commander damage. I think, right?
It turns into 5 first.
Beamtown, counter, 4/4.
Oh,
So
okay, yeah, it beams. Yeah,
scale.
yeah, you're right.
Okay. Looks like Kunks gets his Lexios represented by
Yeah,
this Pokemon.
Now the trick here is, do you just slam an Abdul to flicker and hide away the
You know,
Alexios?
it's interesting to kind of rethink how your deck wants to operate when you just get a free 6/6 on your turn, or 7/6 in this case.
Yeah, see, if Alexios started out as like a 1/1, he'd
Yeah.
be fine. But him just coming down and just turning into a 5/5 just causes so much drama.
He's just so
Especially
hard
with
to. Yeah.
you people who play with 16 commander damage.
Because I mean, you think about it, he gets online very quickly because haste, or like some sickness doesn't really matter because he's as soon as you cast him, he passes to the next player in turn order
Yeah, for sure.
and can start attacking. So you don't have to wait a turn cycle; he just starts going, which is it's a lot of pressure. And turn four, like the fourth turn of the game, there's not a lot on the battlefield that can really tangle with him in combat.
No, not much at all.
Yeah.
He's definitely one of the strongest on rate creatures ever.
Yes, by far. It's like
Kind of wild.
Buddyfish is going to take a handful of damage here. Should take 7.
Yep. Now Dingus is getting 2 treasures. Coming back. They're coming back.
Yeah, it's like these cards are really important, I think, for Alexios in a competitive environment, simply because like he's going to eat removal, and getting so much treasure so quickly is going to really help you recast him pretty consistently.
Yeah.
Oh, Abdul's coming down. Are we going to flicker
Yeah, they
him?
flickered it, yeah.
Nice.
I
That's
think
one
I
way
think
to do
that's the
it.
best play, man. Just get rid of him.
Yeah, just get it off the board. Get in your 7 and get him off the board.
And you get another free token. Because like if I was Buddy, I would
Yeah.
definitely swing at punks with it. Like
Yeah, for
100%.
sure. So he goes back to the command zone, I assume, huh?
Yeah. I would imagine.
Put Stingus in a rough spot.
Yeah, but Dingus did keep a one lander, so
Mhm. It's hoisted by your own petard, as they say. Yes, let's see. Yeah, so Buddyfish gonna untap. Not, doesn't get to swing with the Alexios, unfortunately. Gets a raw deal on that one. But a fistful of cards, so let's see what we got.
I was gonna say, do you just slam real set or something here?
He's only got 4 mana. It looks like
Yeah,
he's
it
top
didn't look
cycle
doesn't look
hand.
like he has another land, though.
We're demonstrating how we can count to 2. Okay. And Aircocker Sneak. Okay, so that's pretty good
Okay.
too. Another
Yeah, that's
solid
not bad.
blocker. Like a 1/4, another evasive threat. Gets you the initiative, so gonna start going through the Undercity here. Get a land.
May- Maybe I'm just like too
Yeah.
fried and just like always want to hit the competitive player. I'm a little worried at Abdo over here, man. A cloud of fairies and a free Felwar underneath him is kind of scary stuff.
Yeah, Abdel's in a really good position right here.
Yeah.
Like he's got a good board, like a lot of good a lot of good reasons to flicker this and get more tokens, get more ETBs. A lot of good value going on here. But on the other hand, like Buddyfish is doing this thing that Rilsa is obviously able to do just because she's in the command zone, gives you initiative. Is you can play Aarakocra Sneak, get your thing in the Undercity, and then people attack you for it, whatever. You can just get it back next turn because Sneak gets you the land from the first room of the Undercity to cast Rilsa on your next turn. And at
Mhm.
that point, you're going into the Forge, getting two counters on something. All of a sudden, you're off to the races a little bit in terms of being able to dish out real damage. So it's just like a really good curve. Looks like Dingus able to get a second land.
Thank God. We're so
I know,
back.
we're almost back. Goodness, can you see that what that card is? I
I
can't see it from.
cannot see that. What is that?
I'll be able to figure it out in just a moment.
Gilded pinions. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like about it.
Makes sense. All right. Getting some more
Gilded
treasure, getting
Pinions.
more stuff to put on Alexios eventually.
Yeah, that's a good one here, just because it gives you an extra treasure. It gives him evasion.
I think I would equip the Beamtown Beatstick and get that initiative.
Yeah, just get that goblin in there.
Pack your treasures right now. Get the initiative.
Yeah, that gets you the land, and you'll be able to cast Elixirs on your next turn. But
Or you could just pass and not do that. That's fine too. I guess they just want, to make sure they can cast Alexios next turn. But I think the land is more important. But that's just me.
I think getting lands in this situation is really good. Actually, yeah,
And I think it's very good in this situation.
yeah. Kingpin's coming back down.
I'm a
You can
little
just
worried about Magus over here. Hasn't really done too much.
Yeah, pretty slow to recover from that Marauder.
Yeah, didn't do anything. Like, only playing the Kingpin, which is
Kind
good.
of
I mean, you
Kingpin.
can't really do much without it.
That's true, but I think if Kingpin's like if that's the best thing that you can do on your turn, then I don't. What does it say about the rest of your hand?
Yeah, it's not looking that good.
Because Kingpin really just matters mostly when you're pretty close to comboing, in my opinion. Like
Yeah,
on
it
a
doesn't
combat
matter
heavy
when you're
board,
comboing.
yeah,
It
it's a
matters,
good
like, the
blocker,
turn
but
before, I think.
yeah, like what do you block? Like what is it getting in front of if like everyone sends all their stuff at you on this board? Like you can block a soldier, you save a point, but you're not blocking Abdel with it, that's for sure. I don't think you're blocking Alexios with it in most situations. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm
Ooh,
sure there's other
Kunks went
ways to
all out
block
at
the board.
Dingus. I didn't
Yeah, it makes
expect
sense
that.
to me.
I
It's
was
like
expecting it to go at the initiative.
so. I think if you're Kunks, Alexios is kind of one of the biggest threats to you
Oh,
right now.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oof.
So
That's Stonehorn, man.
Stonehorn. I imagine
What a mess of a
targeting.
card.
I imagine targeting Buddyfish. Once that thing starts flickering, then game gets real rough real fast.
Stacking up on Stonehorn triggers is like no real coming back from it.
Right. Well, I
You
mean,
got to
here's the
combo on
thing.
your own.
Like, I know it's tough with Alexios. So Alexios kind of gets around Stonehorn because everybody gets to attack with the thing.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think Kunks is definitely incentivized to take Dingus out first because Alexios is really like the only thing that's particularly threatening to what he's trying to do. Like Magus doesn't have much. Buddyfish doesn't have much of a board presence right now. I think that could change, but I don't think he has much going on at the moment.
Yeah, I agree. I think Kunks is still in the best position here.
Yeah.
I
Once
assume I assume Buddy's just going to slam Rilsa next turn. And just try and get
I
more slow value, but we'll
I
see.
would expect that too. I think once Buddyfish finishes the Undercity is when he'll start to become a lot more threatening, obviously, because then the trigger gets real huge. But
Yeah,
um, yeah, I mean, it looks like nobody took it from him, so we're just gonna get to go down for free to the
that's wild,
Forge.
man.
2 counters on the Seer. That now Rolls will take him into the next room, which is Goad or Trap, I think, right? 5 life
Yeah,
or
go
Goad a
to trap.
creature. Yeah, I do love me some traps.
These people these people need to experience what oh shit. How can I not remember it? Tomb Annihilation. They need some Tomb Annihilation
They
triggers
need
in
some
here.
Tomb. That's right. The single best dungeon that has ever been invented. Way better than Undercity.
It's so perfect. Yeah, I'm still feeling like Kunks has got the best position here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even, like, well, assuming that Kunks doesn't keep flickering or doing shenanigans with the Stonehorn, I think Rilsa's getting ready to be a problem as well. But
Yeah,
I
I think it. Yeah,
I
in
think
the
I'd
absence
slam her this
of
turn.
Alexios doing anything, Buddyfish is obviously like the second most threatening.
Yeah.
Oop, can I attack for
Wait,
3?
who did he target with the Stonehorn then?
It's a good question.
Maybe Dingus? That doesn't make sense though.
It does not. But
Okay, well, either way, he played Rilsa, which is I'm fine
yeah,
with. Go to trap. I'm assuming he's going to trap Kunks, but I could be wrong.
I love to trap.
Dude, if Alexios on the field and you goaded it, that's the good stuff right there.
Trap. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Flash into
I
the
am
5
keeping
life
I am
beast.
keeping a watchful eye on Magus though. Hunchman
Mm-hmm.
Kingpin can get kind of nasty kind of quickly.
It can. He's just like kind of starting from nothing though, so it's kind of tough to
Yeah,
gauge.
he's so behind. I'm
All
going to
right.
assume Alexios comes out this turn though,
Fingers crossed. We're gonna need to see another land. Um,
or another ritual spell or something,
yeah.
which feels bad. Dingus could have gotten a land last turn, but
Coulda.
they'd still be down on treasures whatnot. So
Yeah. But lands are obviously like way more valuable in this situation.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't think got the land.
No, they got something.
Origin. Okay. So sack a goblin
Intrusion
or generate a
Intrusion
creature.
has some good arts, but that's not the one I would put in my deck.
I like the big fat one.
I do. I love the big fat one too.
He's my favorite. Okay, in the festivities. This is gonna do some real damage.
Yeah,
So it's
killing four
one
creatures is pretty
damage to
good.
each player, each opponent, and each creature they control, I think.
Yeah,
Yes, we're gonna
that's good stuff.
mop up the cloud of fairies, mop up these tokens. No shame in that. That's pretty good. All right, Ethan Magus of the Jank. Now's your chance. What is that card?
That's one of the artifact lands,
Okay.
the secret lair version. I think that's the
Mm.
Darksteel Citadel one. The colorless,
Oh
undestructible.
yeah, that's Dark Citadel. Right, I can see the name when it's not in the glare there. All right.
Secret lair is all glare, baby.
Arkham's Astrolabe. See, this is a good Astrolabe deck.
I'm about to say this is the deck that deserves Astrolabe.
Yeah. So we're gonna draw a card. We're gonna scry, then we're gonna draw. Beautiful.
Scry to the bottom and then drew that next one.
Yep.
Finally getting somewhere. We're getting a board presence here.
We're doing some game actions. You know, and any good game of Magic relies on taking game actions. Oh boy, fistful of lands here. Tapping 3, black blue colorless, battered golem,
Ooh,
combo
battered
piece,
golem. Yeah.
combo piece. Um,
Slamming a combo out kind of early,
well,
but I guess they're not too worried.
if you look at it, what's going on? I don't think there's any reason not to. You know, I don't
Mhm.
think that people are really scared about what you're doing. Knack has a lot of pieces that need to come together, and I don't think people are
Yeah,
too
it's a
worried
lot
about
of steps
control.
for sure.
Um, Battered Golem, importantly, is one of the pieces where when you knack an artifact, you cast the knack on the golem, tap the golem to return another artifact, a free artifact, recast it. When you cast the artifact, it untaps the Battered Golem, so you can repeat it. That's kind of the crux of the engine. Oh, cycling Ash Barrens. A classic move.
Even with all the new lands that we constantly get every set, Ashburn's still a goat, man.
The good ones are always going to be good. That's the
Yeah.
thing about these cards. Yeah, any cycling in general is a pretty goated mechanic.
I want to know who he stonehorned. It's so weird. Like
Hmm.
Angus could literally do nothing.
Well,
Angus is a bad stonehorn target.
you know,
But he swung, so I don't know. Very interested.
you know, it's very curious. All right, so we got our land drop there. It's land cycled for other snow covered plains. Play that as land for turn. You're gonna hit our land drops. Paying mana to hit your land drops. It's a beautiful thing. You love to see it.
Yeah. I'm a huge fan of it. Consistency is key.
All right. So Abdel decks are not mostly known for Abdel going to combat, but this is not a bad board for it. There he goes.
Who's he swinging at?
Imagine he's swinging at Alexios. Dingus gotta
Yeah.
die. This is the only kind of like wild card that I think can
Yeah.
interrupt Kunks in a meaningful way based on what we're seeing here. So
And Alexios is definitely the biggest threat to Kunks. I agree.
yeah,
Especially because Buddy and Magus, they're both Demir decks, so they're playing removal, I'm assuming.
yeah,
But they're also more focused on what they're trying to do. And Russel's
yeah,
trying to go through a dungeon.
and
Magus is
plus,
trying
like,
to get some artifacts.
look at it this way: like everybody knows that Abdel's kind of a boogeyman, right? Why wouldn't you just not attack the boogeyman?
Yeah.
It's very
Why
simple to me. Yeah,
get it anytime you have an extra thought process around it, something you have to do, like just get rid of it.
yeah.
It's gonna cause so
I-
much confusion. Like Alexios is a nightmare for every
yeah.
pod.
And this is the thing. Like, look at it this way: this is round one of potentially four. And
Yeah.
don't want to tire yourself out. Don't overthink things.
Definitely.
I understand the stakes are high, but try not to overthink it because there's a lot of mental fatigue that goes into these sorts of things.
Oh yeah, dude. Like last round, you're just fried so
Fried.
hard. Rosa is one away from the Throne of the Dead 3, though,
Yep.
which
So
could be
like
a huge shakeup for this
a
game.
flicker spell will get us there. Um, these decks usually play a fair amount of flicker spells just because like you always have access to an ETB Undercity.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can pull up the deck list here and kind of see how many
Having two on
we're
the
gonna have.
battlefield is huge, also. Like, a ghostly flicker right here would be nuts.
Yeah, it's a lot of value. It's a lot of value. Yeah, but let's see. So Buddyfish is running. Yeah, Ghostly Flicker, Displace.
He's casting
That
and
might
run
be
away
it.
together right now.
Okay, interesting. A little slower, but we'll do the job. If he has land in hand, he can bounce back his sneak and recast it to get another trigger if he wants. Looks like we're gonna bounce a batter golem. So clearly worried about something happening there.
I mean, Magus is just hanging back so much that, like, I would be a little worried about him, too.
Well, yeah, I
But
mean, there's always the suspicion of something going on.
yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna bounce
So
real soon,
bouncing,
recast.
yeah. Real Sun Battered Golem into a Dark Ritual for real, so I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, for sure. So now we're gonna dead three it. Gonna
I
see a lot
would
of cards flip
counter
off the
that.
top here.
I would counter that in a heartbeat without even thinking about it.
Yeah, usually
But I guess,
if someone's trying to dark ritual something, then you should just counter what they're casting.
yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, using a Dark Ritual to get your commander out that's just getting countered.
It's just a lot of lost tempo. But yeah, let's see. Not many creatures. Yonti Fangblade
Yeah, I would get, yeah, that's the best one.
and the 2/5.
Yeah.
Something's huge.
As a 5/8 now. It's quite a beating.
It's a 5/8 wannabe Ophidian.
Now Rilsa's completed dungeon, so she can give something +5 for Strike and Menace, which is
Yeah.
kind of
So
wild.
going to combat here, we're gonna either see an 8-power Fairy Seer or a 6-power Sneak. I imagine the Fairy Seer just because it pushes more damage.
Yeah, I agree. I would do the Fairy Seer as well.
Hmm. Yeah, leave the 4 toughness creature back to block.
Question is, like, are you swinging at Abdel or are you swinging at Kingpin at this
Probably
moment?
probably Abdel.
Yeah, I
He's
think I
just
want
closer to
Abdel out of
death.
this game as soon as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, for better or worse. I mean, that's just the reputation that the deck has at this point. It
Yeah.
kind of goes off out of nowhere and generates a ton of value in between, makes it very hard to win. So if you can get him at moments of weakness, then you just kind of have to go take advantage of it.
Mhm.
So like if
It's
Kunks
like the
has
ultimate
something,
flicker deck. It's just so
I
much
know,
value.
I know. If Kunks is going to do something like he just needs to like flicker Abdel going into combat here, so he can get another Stonehorn trigger potentially. Or like double flicker even, because he'd have to take it out and then put it back in. Or if he just has
Mhm.
a flicker spell, I can just flicker the
Yeah, just a
Stonehorn by
regular flicker on
itself. Yeah.
Stonehorn is good enough, man. I'll lose card advantage for that all day long.
Looks like we're not doing it though.
So I'm not too worried.
Nope. Or you just can't.
He has 5 cards in hand. It's kind of. I wonder what he's got. I wonder what he's working with here.
I'm not sure because he hasn't been making all his line drops. It's pretty obvious. So I don't know. He's got spells. Just not sure what they are. Let's find out. There's not like I mentioned earlier. There's not a ton of like onboard interaction. And by onboard, I mean like things to take care of stuff that's already in play, like echoing truth, those sorts of things. Not a ton in this list. Most of the instant speed stuff is flicker spells. Then you have like resculpt prismatic strands, echoing truth, and a few counter spells.
Echoing Truth needs to be played more.
Should be
That
in
card should be
every
100% in
single
every
blue
blue
deck.
deck.
Yeah,
Yeah. That is like as staple as it gets, especially in competitive.
yeah, it's real good. All right, so we're gonna look at our all of our 5 cards.
There's got to be something in this pile.
I think he's got
Because this list
something.
does have a lot of instants.
We're fiddling with our lands. Tapping 2. Here we go. Gonna flicker. Planar incision. In combat.
Targeting.
Well, since you're in combat, I imagine it has to be Abdel.
Are they crazy enough to flicker the Fairy Seer? Okay. They've they
Interesting.
flickered the Sneak. That's an interesting play. Putting him right back in the Undercity. Okay.
Why would we do that?
These are very peculiar, but okay. Surely there's some big brain stuff going on here.
I'll defer to Kunks on that one. Uh,
Taking 3 also from the Fairy Seer still. That's fine. I guess I mean you could have just flickered the Stonehorn, but it's fine. Sometimes you want to have
oh,
your opponents deal with more stuff.
so he put the real trigger on the sneak is what it was.
Yeah. That's what I figured. That's why
Okay.
he chose the Sneak to bounce. But
Now it makes more sense. It makes less sense if you have the 8-power fairies here and the 1-power sneak coming at you, and and you flicker the
yeah,
sneak. Um, okay, that makes more sense then.
maybe Kunks just assumed that that Buddy wasn't going to swing out at him,
Hmm.
which I wouldn't assume that. I would assume that I'm getting swung every single turn.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of the tough spot of playing these decks like Abdel is even if you don't have a lot going on, even if you just kind of have like a general value game plan in the works and you're not like threatening to combo off and win,
Yeah.
people are just going to attack you because they don't want to have to think about whether or not what you think about what you can or cannot do. You know,
Okay, Alexios, please show me
this
your
is it.
micro.
This is the one. I can feel it.
Oh, come on,
No
please.
land. Clearly, no land in my opinion. We're not going to see it.
Okay, if earlier in the game, if you sacked those treasures to equip the Beantown Beatstick and swung with your Goblin,
We'd be
you'd have
there.
enough treasures to cast him right now.
Couple
Now we're
turns
getting into
behind,
it, though.
but we're doing it.
Now we're getting into it.
Yep. Just swing at Kunks. Why not? He can't block. Get your treasure.
Yeah, no, I agree. He's swinging at you, swing at him.
Or he's swinging at Magus. Either one. Just get your free treasure. 3 damage and a treasure. It's almost too good to be true.
Almost too good. And you got Cherusian backup. Unbeatable.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah,
now
Trojan's so good. Love it.
sacrifice 3 treasures, Seething Song, Alexios. Come on.
That would be the juice right there, I'll tell you.
Looks like a pass, though,
Yeah, it
I
looks like
think.
a pass to me. Here we go. All right, so
So he
Max
got
at
his
7,
yeah,
7
he
cards.
got his battered golem bounced, so he's still behind again. But he's also in a really good spot, like 27 life at this, and like no one's messing with him. Like I think he's fine.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing with these decks is it's kind of telegraphed simply because this is a deck that has quote unquote the haste problem, right? Like
Yeah,
your thing banishing that grants the creature a tap ability, so they need to not have summoning this. And all the cards that you're going to be casting Knack on are very clearly Knack targets, so it's very telegraphed.
yeah, for sure. A couple decks like that, but
Yeah,
That's why Knack's not as popular as the other ones.
it's a lot easier to interact with.
Yeah, yeah. I mean that makes sense.
Yeah, I think a good trade off though is that it gives you a very wide pool of synergistic cards to play it with.
Oh yeah, no, I think
Yeah,
Knacks are great. I think Knack decks are fine. Like
yeah,
people have to juggle so many resources these days. Like
hmm,
they're not
yeah,
going to
for
always
sure.
have everything for you.
It's also like pretty redundant, which is good too. Like these battered golem type cards that untap whenever you cast a certain type of spell. There's several of them, so it's not just the golem. There's a lot of other ones. There's 2 banishing that cards. Retraction Helix and banishing that
Hmm.
are pretty much
Yep,
functional reprints of each other.
I got good
Um,
redundancy.
yeah, so that and that's it's very easy to like tutor up with your transmute cards and all of that. Speaking of tutoring, we're gonna
I'm
go
going to
wizard
say, speaking of
cycling.
tutoring, yeah.
You're gonna search your library for wizard with step through, which has a hidden mode, returns up to 2 creatures to their owner's hands. All right, Archaeomancer.
I
So
Step Through is ridiculous, man. That card is so good.
yeah, it's
5 mana
something.
bounce too is perfectly playable.
Yeah, I mean that's a reasonable card, and just tutoring an Archaeomancer is pretty good, which is what we're doing here. So we're definitely looking at combo. Archaeomancer is part of the Abdel Flicker Loop combo here. Um, you flicker Abdel, you remove, or Archaeomancer comes into play, or rather, you put Archaeomancer under Abdel, you flicker Abdel, she comes back, gets your flicker spell back, goes back under Abdel, and you just do that every time you flicker. You just keep rebuying your flicker spells, and then if you have mana rocks, they come in untapped, and they give you mana to keep recasting your flickers, and so on and so forth, until you achieve whatever you're trying to achieve.
You keep the gravy train rolling.
That's
And
right.
like I said, they have a Felwar and a Cloud of Fairies underneath Abdel, so it's really good.
Yep. Yeah, it's 3 mana underneath. Gonna just
Here we go.
cast ourselves an Archaeomancer. Archaeomancer also notably gets back your step through if you want to tutor up another wizard. It just does
Yeah.
everything. Planar Incision going right back into the hand. Has Planar
I guess it's
Incision.
just
Yeah,
flicker
it's pretty
Abdel,
academic.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless someone stops it, this is infinite.
Yep. Looks like Ethan's got something. Trusty old
Come
Magus
on,
in the
Magus.
tank.
Come on, Magus.
Capsize.
Capsize. Hell yeah.
What are we capsizing? Abdel? Yep.
So it slows it down, but it doesn't stop it.
No. It buys another turn.
Yeah. So these come in.
Maybe 2. If he doesn't hit a land, right? Because Abdel's going to be 5, and then he'll need 2 to.
Yeah.
Well, he'll need more mana to do other things to get the flicker spells out of his graveyard, but definitely doesn't have enough to redeploy Abdel, which is good. So I think you kind of buy everybody a turn here. But this is a good position if you're Magus, because you've demonstrated that Kunks is trying to win the game, and now everybody's going to throw everything they can at him.
I believe he untapped an extra land, right? He should have.
Yes, it should
Yeah, he should
be
have one
2 lands
less
untapped,
tapped.
right?
Yeah.
Quick, call the police.
I get a judge.
Where's Liam?
Cause he,
We need to
yeah,
double
because he
check.
tapped out when he did all that. I
Yeah,
don't know how he untaps 3 with Cloud of Fairies. Unless it got a buff that I know about.
functional errata.
Exactly. It's a card that's banned in multiple formats. Is it good enough? We need to buff it.
Yeah, I know. We'll see if we can grab Liam real quick here, just to double check, make sure we're not missing anything.
Well, it looks like they're still thinking about stuff. Because Russ hasn't gone yet, so. Maybe they're like, he's like discussing what's in his hand and whatnot.
Or did he play a land for turn?
Yeah, he already did. He drew it for turn and immediately it was a land. He immediately played it.
Oh, right, because 4 for the Archaeomancer, 2 for the site.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, definitely. I'm
He's
like
definitely one up
90%
right now.
sure. Yeah.
But Rilsa is playing an Omen of the Dead, which is going to get, I'm assuming, a Curse Marauder.
I think it's the only. Well, I get it's either that or Cloud of Fairies, I think.
Ooh, actually, Cloud might be decent too, actually.
Yeah, Cloud.
Yeah, Cloud's pretty good.
It's like.
Rilsa's up to some big shenanigans here. Because now Rilsa, going through the Undercity, putting more counters on stuff.
Yep. Yeah, untap with the initiative. Like, it's a really good. Since like Punks and Magus are invested in kind of keeping Alexios at bay to a certain extent, it kind of keeps people from going after the initiative, because that's kind of the best way to get the initiative is with Alexios.
Yeah, for sure.
So like you're really really well set up to like hold on to the initiative in this spot.
Where's that judge at? I don't think it's gonna be a problem, but I just want this fixed
Yeah,
before it
Liam.
becomes a
Liam
problem.
was at the table a little bit earlier, so I'm gonna wait till we hear something back, but we'll just keep going in the meantime.
Rilsa's thinking. Big think right now.
Yeah. Tapping 2 mana.
Monkey Dota, his unequipped artifact is a Gilded Pinions, which
Yeah.
just gives flying, and ETB makes a treasure.
Gonna try and cast a momentary blink, which will get muddled. Presumably to
Nice,
fog
nice.
or take away Buddy Fish's combat step.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna assume too,
Yeah,
because
we'll
that's a
put this
lot
down
of
more.
damage on his field.
Yeah, this is gonna take him out. I mean, I don't think he can live through this attack. Well, maybe he
Well,
probably
unless he
will
has
because
something else. Well, no, unless he has something else in his hand, like
he has one blocker, right?
that's
That can fly, so we can
Rilsa gives
get.
menace,
Oh, that's true. Never mind.
so
Yeah,
that's
this is
plus
big.
5-0 on this sneak.
Yep.
So that presumably kills Kunks. There's also someone with Rilsa and Shortcut Seeker to add the damage on some more.
That's right. Although, yeah, I mean, it makes sense, I guess. These could also be going at other players, like the Rilson and the Shortcut Seeker. I'm not sure, but I'll just assume
Yeah, for
everything's
sure.
going at Kunks for now.
I'm all about spreading damage equally, so I'd be swinging at the other two players just for fun.
Sure. All right, looks like doing some thumbs up, pointing, flashing the peace sign, bunny ears.
Counting, counting.
I do see Liam down there in the table chat, so maybe we're addressing the Lance thing. I don't know.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah.
But
So assuming that Kunks bites the big one here, what do we see? So if Kunks dies
yeah,
and
so
thing
I was
is
gonna
it
say, I think if Kunks dies right now, I think Buddy just like passes and leaves all his mana up and deals with Magus, because Magus is second in line. Like battered golem on the field is kind of scary off the bat.
what also is kind of scary is that you are the last position behind Alexios.
Yeah, so you're gonna be eating big Alexios hits also.
So yeah. Um
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was just gonna bring this up. I think he's gonna swing the Shortcut Seeker and Rilsa at Alexios maybe, because I don't think you want Alexios too long in the game.
yeah.
It just makes it worse for you. I still have 4 mana up too, so 4 mana gets a lot. Basically, all of their interaction. They did muddle this turn also though,
No.
so
Okay, Skunk's dead. Big dead.
Kunks ate it. God, Kunks' playmat's so good. And yeah, he swung. Oh, he swung Rilsa and the Shortcut Seeker at Magus,
Yep.
and he trapped Magus as well. So now Magus is down to 13. So they took a big hit that turn.
Hmm.
Land, land. Are we back?
No.
No, we're not. So
But we could tap out and cast it.
I think that's honestly a good play.
Yeah. I don't I think you just want them to be swinging it at each other now.
Yeah. Well, what I would do is I would swing the Goblin at Buddy, get the initiative. There you go. Get a land for turn. Then you play Alexios, have a treasure backup.
Here we go. Now you get a land. Beautiful.
Yep. We're so back. We're so back. Finally hitting the third land drop.
Hmm. Be told by official Judge Liam that there is no land issue. So I'll take his word and we'll move on.
Well, there's no land issue because the player's dead, but did he really? Did Tony Lazzuto do it?
Hmm.
Oh, nice.
We're
Hell
being
yeah.
informed by a reporter in the field that Alcadron has won his table with Tony Baloney
Tony
Ravioli
Baloney?
Death Rattle Oni.
That is so
As
sick.
for all the
Dude,
interested parties out there.
I wish I was in that pod because I just wanted to see Fridge, Brad, and Alc just. I just want to see Fridge's Rune Crab deck do nothing every turn. That's what I want.
I'm sure we'll see more of that later. No, I'm absolutely positive.
But this game's still interesting. I think, yeah,
Yeah,
play the land,
this is the part
play
of the game
Alexios.
where you have to be very, very careful. to not die to Buddyfish.
Buddy's terrifying. Like they have such a good board. And like I was saying, you keep all your mana up aimed at Magus, so Magus can't do anything.
Yeah, because you've got
Honestly,
what
like
you've
it might
got.
be worth spending your mana end of turn just to bounce the
Yeah,
battered golem or kill it or something.
maybe. I mean, you definitely
Just
have
keep
enough
him
power on the
off
board.
as much as possible.
Everyone's at low enough life totals where all of your 3, 4 power creatures, 5 power hover, they all matter. Here's our boy Alexios, 3 lands, 3 treasures, and we're back in business. Congratulations, Magus. You are the proud owner of brand new Alexios.
Not as juicy.
No, he's a little boy right now.
He's just a little boy.
He's just a little baby boy trying to be a big boy. Looks like we're just making sure there's nothing else we want to do here before we pass. I mean, no reason not to just swing over the leather armor. All right, Panic Spellbomb, another great card.
Yeah, Panic's really
Something,
good for
yeah, the card doesn't get a
Alexios.
lot of respect, but really great in combat-focused decks that
Definitely, I agree.
get use of it.
Just one stopping one block is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would move the. I mean, it's not like the biggest deal, but yeah, move the leather armor over.
hmm It's just small. I consider it a small misplay, but maybe I always have little asterisks between anything I say. I can't listen to them, nor do I know what they're thinking about. So I'm not the
Yeah,
pilot. I'll defer to their judgment.
table talk is huge.
Yeah, especially with a card like Alexios.
This is a nightmare for table talk.
A lot of trying to convince people not to kill you with this card, I imagine.
Oh yeah, begging and pleading, baby.
hmm Yeah,
Yeah,
Magus
Magus is
needs
just
heal.
looking for like a Helix and an Ornithopter, and
Yeah,
then you can scry till you get what you
scry till
want.
you find whatever you want. Yeah, but you still need to draw it is the only thing.
Yeah,
So there's like, yeah, there's definitely some pieces
it
missing here,
almost feels
but
like there's still like a turn or two out.
yeah, not out of reach. But I think it's unlikely that we win the game here.
I mean, Rilsa is such a huge threat. I think
Yeah,
you got to deal with that one.
yep. Life total is low enough to where it matters quite a bit.
Yeah, for sure. Perennial
Cranial.
plating is that's really good on Alexios.
Yeah, you know what? It sure is. Although if you're going to attach it, you better leave that 2 mana up to unequip it at instant speed.
Yeah, to get rid of it real quick.
I guess Buddyfish doesn't have many artifacts, so it's not going to like translate into a lot of damage. Like I guess he has two, right? The bridge and the Fellwar Stone. So it's not it's not nothing. All right, we're gonna put on the life linker. I like this play a lot better.
Yeah, that's good. That's like a huge like that's how I had the duck built before.
Oh,
Just
never
lifelink on
mind.
the
Never
well,
mind. Move it to Lexios.
the dream is over.
Well, I guess he can move it like back to the Kingpin as a blocker at instant speed with those two swamps.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
You
four
they're
more.
getting big damage on him.
So Lexios is 8 power, right? Buddyfish is at 7 commander damage right now.
Yeah, they took 7 before.
No, 4, 5, 9. So this would be 16 if he didn't block. Right, because 4 from the plating,
Yeah, that
or
is
from the
9. Yeah,
counter, it's 5, so it's 9. If Dinkus sacrificed that panic spell bomb, he's touching it.
he's touching it. Yeah, he wants it.
Oh, there we go.
Nice, the panic spell bomb.
So what I anticipate here is that we're sacrificing the spell bomb to target the fairies here, allowing it not to block Alexios' turn, which is going to be 9 damage of Alexios coming into the red zone for Buddyfish here, which will put him at lethal commander if it connects. Panic Spellbomb, notably, when you sacrifice it, you pay a red, you can draw a card. Have to sacrifice a treasure to do it, but you know, not insignificant. All right, going into the hand
I
here.
think it's fine.
How are we interacting, Mr. Buddyfish? Your life is on the line.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty huge threat. You gotta cast something.
And we are. We're paying 4 mystical
Uh,
teachings.
Mystical teachings for snuff out. I'm assuming because you're
Most
tapping out,
likely.
so that's about the only target you got. Yeah, this thing is fine.
Or
You gotta
snap
do what you gotta do.
or snapback, I guess. But does he have snapback in his deck? No. Just snuff out. So that's gotta be the target.
Yeah, I think it's just snuff out. It's the only free spell he has.
A little
Join the Patreon for
commercial,
the tokens. There
little
you
paid
go.
advertising
We
here from
like we like
Kunks.
that.
Yeah, join the Sanctuary PDH Patreon account. You can get tokens, etc. Bobby is legally obligated to be your friend, I think, if you subscribe to the Patreon.
Legally obligated.
Yeah. It's in the bylaws. There's that snuff out. So we're gonna pay for life, put stuff out on the stack, and then we're gonna see if Magus has anything to say about this. So just thinking it through, if Buddyfish dies, well, then even Magus better figure out how to combo quick. But it looks like snuff out's gonna resolve.
Yeah, I don't think Magus wants that Alexios around too much either, especially if it's getting more and more juiced. Because now, I don't think he has any chance in hell at casting Alexios.
Certainly not for a while.
Alexios at 8 mana is quite a hurdle. He needs his opponents to tap out and then Mana Geyser for Alexios.
Yeah,
Which
just
I don't
mana
think he's
geyser.
playing Mana Geyser, yeah.
I don't think so either. But I'll just double check.
Yeah, he's not.
No.
So that's what like the Pals build is. The Pals build is you just run every mana rock. So like
Hmm.
and all the the rituals. So you get him out quick, and then after that you're just dropping mana rock after mana rock. Because when he inevitably gets targeted off the board, you're just you can recast him easily. And then if you
Right.
can't, you just fireball someone in the face.
Yeah. Little note from Monkey Doe here. Children can save it. No, children cannot. Because Snuff Out says cannot be regenerated. It was pretty common templating
Yes.
on removal spells back in the day. Not so
Snuff
much
Out is a
anymore.
pretty good card.
Yeah.
That's why it's an expensive. There's one pretty penny also.
All right. So we're going to use ours for a mana here to re-equip the plating onto the Kingpin. It's a little extra life link. Buff your life total a little bit on blocks. And then cast a Demir Infiltrator, I imagine, just to block.
I don't know. I think the life totals are low enough that he can just start winning with cranial plating with it. Assuming, he has a ton more artifacts to drop, but
It's true.
I'm not too sure also.
Yeah, Buddyfish
But
715 did have to pay
I
4 for
still
the
think
stuff out.
Buddy's in the best position here.
By far.
He's
Mhm.
got so much juice. And poor
Somewhat.
Dingus is definitely getting swung at to get that initiative back.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing about initiative, right?
Oh yeah, especially if you're an initiative deck, you want that shit back as much as possible.
Yeah, for sure.
One lone Cherugian ain't gonna cut it.
No. Well, it's a 0-2.
Is that a ponder? It's a secret
That
rare
is
ponder.
that is a ponder.
All right, fine. That's a good play. I like that.
We are pondering what to do.
I was gonna say I love Magus's lands, dude. The pixel art ones are so cool. They're just so expensive. It sucks. He's deep in thought here.
He's very deep. That's why it's called ponder. You have to ponder.
Give me the pondering mage. That's what I want. Up here pondering the orb right now. Oh, chat, you're going crazy. Dingus has the initiative right now. Dingus swung at him last turn to get a land drop. He did not miss the initiative trigger, but he does not have it. Dingus does.
Yeah, all you keyboard warriors out there.
Keyboard warriors need to calm down.
Yeah. Let us freak out about stuff.
Exactly.
We're the
Let me
ones
cry to the
not
heavens. You
being
guys are
paid
fine.
for it, Bobby.
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
All right, where are we? We're back
That's a big
back
swing
to the
right
main
there.
phase.
Man, I
That's a
think you
big
just
swing.
swing all out at Magus right now.
Yeah, I'm curious to see where this is all going. Um,
I would pump the sneak and just swing all out at Magus.
I don't think there's any reason not to, because what's Dingus can do on his turn, right? Let's say hypothetically they're able to recast Alexios, can't attack, right? So,
Yeah.
um, no reason not to. I think this is it's pretty correct to just throw everything in Mag's direction. Now it's going to be hard. I don't think it's going to be able to kill him, just because he does have that five. Oh, he does have 5/4 life linking Conjurement Kingpin, but looks like Dingus is
Mhm.
offering up a block of Goblin Children, so something's going at him.
Oh, he does want the initiative, so
Oh, that's fair, yeah. So that's definitely a component here.
I don't know. I think you just swing a flyer at Dingus. You're fine. You swing all
Probably.
the other stuff at him. He's double blocking something. I'm gonna assume he's double blocking a shortcut seeker, maybe, because he might have given that menace in first strike,
Mhm.
or maybe it's a real so. I'm not too sure. This is a tough one.
Yeah, notably he's keeping the Battered Golem out of it, to kind of keep his
Yeah,
options open as far as comboing with Knack. But as we've noted, you still have several pieces away, and he only got 3 cards in hand.
yeah. He's losing 2 of his creatures right now.
Yeah, I'm taking a lot of damage. That's kind of the thing about the first strike aspect of Rilsa, you don't get the lifelink
Yeah,
from your
it's
blocker.
real, dude. For 5-0 menace first strike is
Yeah,
insane.
it's
I couldn't
pretty
believe it when I
tough.
first saw Rilsa.
All right, so that puts Magus to 6, Dingus to 14. Doesn't look like he got the initiative back, notably. So
Does
nothing
not.
broke
I think
through.
he just swung. I assume he just swung Rilsa at him.
That would make the most sense. We're drawing. Got 2 cards here.
Oh, he's scrying for the initiative.
Oh, look at that.
So he's going through scry 2 right now for initiative.
Beautiful.
And one on top, one on bot, both
Oh,
on top. Wow.
double runner heaters going on here.
Better be land land. I gotta tell you, it's not looking good.
Scope.
Exploroscope.
Okay.
No, it's awesome. He kept another land under it. He's gonna equip the Exploroscope. He's gonna swing. He's gonna get the land. Then he's gonna get 3 damage over at Buddyfish.
I
I
do like
see
I
it's
do like
happening.
that play quite a bit. Um, but
I see it
yeah,
happening.
absolutely.
This is awesome. I love it.
Yeah,
I'm a
Explore Scope,
huge
another
fan
great
of it.
card with Alexios. Just as it triggers whenever it attacks, and since you control the equipment, you get to look at the top card every time. Get a bunch of free lands. So we've still got a 3/2 Goblin. Gonna
Board
flip.
one. Menace.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, we got there.
Nostradamus over here.
I see the pieces here. I see the pieces here.
Looking into your scrying glass, predicting the future.
A pal's glass, buddy. I told you I was pondering my orb.
All right, so Buddyfish takes 3. We're gonna make a treasure.
Does he have? Do they have 1 or 2 cards in hand?
I think 2, maybe just the one now. No, it looks like
Hmm.
2.
Yeah, I think 2.
And 3 men available.
No,
Alexios not.
that's a mind goblin. It's not a thermal alchemist. He got in there, buddy boy.
Hmm.
But he's tapping out. Not tapping out, but casting spells.
Death Rattle.
Death Rattle getting rid of the battered golem, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I don't see why not here. Yeah, just gonna
Yeah.
delve away a bunch of
That's pretty
stuff.
good.
Death Rattle, destroy target non-green creature. Great card because nobody plays green in these events.
Man, I've had the unfortunate experience of top decking. I needed one removal spell to win the game. I top decked that. It was against 3 green decks. I was so mad.
Sometimes you get got, but I mean,
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes you
90% of
kill
the
it.
time it'll kill what you want it to.
Yeah, but I agree. No, it's definitely underplayed.
Oh,
Can't be regenerate either. It's
yeah.
super strong.
Oh, the days when regeneration was like an actual thing. Don't print it much anymore, or at all even, because it's a very confusing keyword.
Yeah, definitely. They're doing a lot more like other wonky stuff, like
Yeah,
make
like there's
gets indestructible
creatures.
and taps it.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Hmm.
there's the cards that do
That's a
that.
good way to get around it.
Mhm. Yeah, it's much clearer. It functions the same way too.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, master plan in
I
motion now.
yeah, Mag's in some trouble here.
Sure is. Teachings.
Oof, that's not a good sign.
Yeah, not much we can teach for.
He only has 2 islands up right now.
Right. So, like, what you can get.
I'm assuming he's gonna get a bounce spell or something.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think that there's. I mean, like, if you get withdraw and they don't pay the one, you can bounce 2 things, but
He just
pretty
gets
much gonna be dead.
yeah, that's not looking good.
Yeah,
He just gets a counter spell or something. It's like getting Banishing Neck now just doesn't do anything. You just die next turn.
nothing to target with it. Yeah.
He's in a spicy spot right now.
Yeah, all y'all green deck haters in the chat. I don't have time for y'all. No time for you guys. No time.
The only reason I don't like green is because we often play like pods where it's just 4 green decks. And it gets kind
Sure.
of yeah, that it gets kind of. I mean, I think that's a problem with every color though. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but green can do some really cool things.
Yeah. I like green cards a lot. Oh, we're going for
He's
the
getting a
neck.
Helix, okay, or yeah, Knack, yeah.
What are we
That's
doing with it?
interesting. I don't. Yeah, even I think he knows that's not a good idea.
Oh no, he was just showing it. He's not getting it.
Oh, maybe he's just explaining what he does.
He hasn't decided yet.
I think that unless Dingus has some juice, I think Buddy's just gonna take this.
Yeah. One more combat step will do it.
Yeah, because now Dingus doesn't have any blockers, and Buddy is fiending for that Undercity.
Yep. Not that it matters at this point, right? But all you have to do is swing like one thing at Magus.
That,
Oh,
oh, it
okay.
does
So
have
utter
flash. Okay,
insignificance, not bad. But
yeah, it's
again,
okay.
doesn't really do much. You make something a base power or toughness 1/1, it still gets all its counters and everything. So
Hmm. Well, I think the best part about it is making it so Rilsa doesn't have plus 5-0.
well, yeah, that's true.
It's a huge bonus, but I think he's just dead no matter what.
Yeah, I definitely.
I guess it does force him to work his swing out, which is good.
Yeah, whenever you're in a position like this, it's always good to make people make decisions. When
Hmm.
people make more decisions, they are more apt to screw up those decisions. So I think it's
Yeah,
always a good idea to go through the motions.
I support that 100%. The more you think about it, the more you're gonna screw it up. Okay, a Reb. What are you gonna target with that? But he seems
Find out.
upset or confused here. I think I would blow up the sneak. Oh, maybe the shortcut seeker actually. I think it's huge.
Yeah, it's kind of tough decision.
Honestly, every target on his field is good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume Dingus is doing this before he untaps.
I mean, ideally, but oh yeah, it looks like that's what they're doing. Oh no, we're flashing back mystical teachings.
So he did untap. He has not drawn a card yet.
I see. Okay.
I don't think so. I think he went to untap and he got rebbed.
Got a
Okay,
rib.
okay. Yes, just get a dispel maybe.
I mean, does it
I can
matter?
take a look at his list right now.
Like, I don't. Yeah, dispel. I mean, I don't know if
Yeah.
you need to devote this much to fighting this red elemental blast. Honestly,
Well, it is helpful that well, it's worse for us because we can't hear what he target with the reb.
that's fair.
I
But
don't know
even
what the best
still,
target for the reb is. Like I think it would be Rilsa, but I
yeah,
don't think he should do that because he has unearned significance on it. But maybe he just wants to make sure he has as many creatures as possible.
yeah, maybe. I
As
mean, I don't think he has to do a whole lot to just kind of ride this game out. But
yeah,
if he wants to just be on the safe side and do this, then I don't see why not. I certainly don't think it's a bad idea. Just
yeah,
seems a
I
little
think
excessive, is all.
yeah, it probably is. But I assume he just wants Magus gone as soon as possible.
Yeah,
And if two of his creatures are leaving, then he's probably going to lose it.
yeah. So there's 7, I assume, at Magus, and the rest at
Yeah,
Dingus.
it looks
So
like he's
7
doing
at
a little
each.
split. It looks
Yeah.
like he's doing a little splitty.
So we've gone to combat, so we've already assigned a trigger. So utter significance isn't going to do a lot here.
Okay, so uttering significance on.
I mean, all of his creatures are already base power 1/1, so I don't. Or I
Yeah, it
guess
doesn't really
the two
matter.
that are attacking Ethan, I assume, are already of base power of 1, so it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, those two kill him. It looks like no matter what.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter. Uh, the only real play with a card like Utter Significance here would be to put it on Rilsa to prevent a trigger, but since we're already in combat, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, he probably should have did that like upkeep when the
Mhm.
flash or when mystical teachings got cast.
Yeah. I mean, either way, you die and the aura is removed, so it doesn't really have any lasting effect on the game. Yeah.
You got the initiative. I assume he has to go through draw right now.
Magus is dead at 0 life. Dingus is going down, it looks like, to 6.
Yeah, so he drew with Shortcut Seeker, and now he got the initiative, so he's going through the throne right now.
Yep. Yeah, because you get the initiative back and then Seeker trigger resolves.
Yeah, well, he's going right back in there with I'm assuming Vicious Battle Rager.
That would be a good one. I mean, yeah, literally doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't think there's
All of
any
these are,
single way
yeah.
Angus can win right now. He's been in a hard spot all game long, and Rilsa is the hardest spot there is.
Yeah. Yeah, really just that first Abdel
Oh, I didn't
flicker
even
on
see the
Alexios.
Scurrilous Sentry. That's a cool one too.
Yeah, that's a good one. That first Abdel flicker on Alexios really just kind of like
Yeah,
screwed him
that just
over.
ruined it. That just made it like impossible to come back.
Hmm.
I think he's only lasted this long because he's had two lands majority of the game.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, but the deck only runs what 20 or 30, 32 lands for a
32,
4
yeah.
drop commander that you're going to need to be recasting. Seems risky to me, but again,
Listen,
I'm
the
not the
night is
pilot.
young. The night is young. I'm going to save my land rant for the end. Okay.
Sure, 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 sure.
I'm not going to get into it now because every one of these decks had 31 lands in it, or one has 32. But still, rough stuff. Yeah, I mean, just pass the turn. I don't see there's much happening here.
Yeah, you got a giant blocker. Just pass turn, you're good to go.
That thing is monstrous.
Mind Goblin. Still can't block it. Got Menace. Does he have like a bunch of? I mean, the
If
Exos
he
deck has a bunch of.
slams
It's got a bunch
all
of
his pump
burn,
spells,
double strike stuff. Like I don't
yeah,
know. Like we could maybe get
it's
there.
possible. If you
We've
give the
got
goblin like +3 and then double strike
got Lightning Bolt in this deck.
and some bolts, yeah, it needs some work, but
Reckless
anything's
Charge.
possible.
Give me like a good Reckless Charge Team or Battle Rage right now.
That'd be good stuff. I would love to see that.
This would be the time to do it. I'm on
This
board.
would
I'm
be
priced in.
there wouldn't be a better time.
No, there would not be a better time. But yeah, there are outs, so I'm curious to see if we're able to piece anything together here. We got auras, got Claws of Valakut in here. But regardless of what you're trying to piece together, as Dingus right now, one of those cards has to be either Raking Claws, Uncaged Fury, or Team or Battle Rage.
Yeah. So one double strike spell and almost any other pump.
Okay, you got an
Okay.
Impetus.
So it's 5 now, right?
Yeah. It's like Uncaged Fury would do it here. That's +1/+1 and double strike.
Yeah, so if he swings, he gets the treasure. Well, he has the mana for it anyway.
Right.
If I see an Uncaged Fury win, I'm going to lose my mind. That's going to be the sickest thing ever.
Praying for you.
Yeah, Scurrilous Sentry is a very good card.
Yeah.
I
It's
haven't
like
bought enough to put it in some decks yet, but I
it's
definitely
just
want
like a
to.
very generically powerful card. It doesn't seem like there's nothing like distinctive about it that makes you think like, oh, this has a home in this deck, but it
Yeah.
just fits in a lot of other places you wouldn't really like consider.
Yeah, definitely.
Thunderclap on top, so that's not coming into play.
That ain't the one.
So we got 5 damage coming in here for
He gets a
now.
treasure. He gets a treasure.
Yep,
Come on, come on.
there it is.
Uncaged Fury. 2 pump spells.
Don't tease me now, Dinkus. Got to
Is the dream
read all
over?
your cards.
Is the dream? Yeah, just read it again. Make sure. Come on, come on. Oh, here we go.
We're tapping our mana. 2 Raking Claws.
Breaking
Okay, so it's not
claws.
gonna quite get there. I was gonna put him to
Uh,
2 if he has
Goes to
a
2.
burn spell.
Come on. He has one more. He has to have a bolt in hand, right? Come
Bolt will
on,
do
come
it. Dead.
on. Give me a
No,
bolt,
Dead Bond
man.
doesn't do it. Fiery. No, it's not gonna do it. It's gotta be Bolt.
Bolt or another pump, which I don't know if he has.
I don't think so. Not at instant speed.
Ah, damn. Well, he got the 2 life. That's still pretty good.
You know what? It's respectable.
It is respectable. Oh, his last card in hand was the Galvanic Discharge.
Not great when your opponent's creatures all have like 6+ toughness.
Yeah, not great when they're massive legends.
Yeah.
It was literally like bolt or bust there, so
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah. Well, we got close. We got a little taste. You know.
Just a taste. All too brief.
Pauper EDH. You can't declare a blocker against a creature with menace. You need to declare 2 blockers.
Would you say, young man Bobby?
Yeah, let's go to table 1 since they're still going.
Send me over. Hell yeah.
Let's go. Spectate the game. See what we got.
Direct me, Captain.
All right, this one we have 2 remaining players. Oh, Buddyfish won, Brad, with Rilsa.
Yeah,
Rilsa Rail,
Rilsa took that away at the end.
Guild Kingpin. So here we've got Ankylosaur on Viscopa Guildmage and
Oh, what is this?
a Purple Penguin Joe on Abdel Adrian. Sorko Sailor.
with the sword on the field. Oh
With the
no.
Soul Warden on the field.
Oh no.
So this is a battle of the gains and drains right here.
And Kylosaur on Viscopa Guild Mage is awesome. I love to see that.
Yeah, I did take a look at the list earlier. It's a lot of what you'd expect.
Yeah, it's
Some
pretty
pretty
solid. It's
sweet
about
tech.
standard stuff.
Something I haven't seen in a
There's a
while, which is nice.
I mean, I've talked about it at length, but like we had this deck in the Palace Studio a long
Mhm.
time ago, and it is most. I hate this deck so much.
Right. Yeah.
Scopa is so annoying to deal
Ankylosaur's
with.
list here, like dipping into some sweet, like bursty one-shot tech, like Chaplain's Blessing, 1 white mana, gain 5 life, sorcery from Shadows over Innistrad. Oh, you can see this graveyard
Yeah.
right there.
Oh,
Um, just like a really sweet card that's just like domes everybody for 5. Just no
there's a
frills, you
chaplain's
know.
blessing for you. Yeah.
Yeah. But you like to see like kind of techie stuff like that, kind of knowing what you're trying to do and leaning into it. Somehow, Wrath Weatherlight Stalwart is dead with a million things on the field. It's nice to see.
Muddling the blessing. Oof. Hmm.
Yeah. You
Wow,
don't want to.
this game is like twice as many lands as the last game.
So we're convoking a meditation puzzle, which is a good one. Convoke spell, gain 8 life. I'm not sure how many times he's activated Viscopa so far this turn, but it stands to reason that it will be a significant life loss if it resolves. Ankylosaur gently referencing his meditation puzzle, indicating it for everybody. Feeling its energy radiate from the table.
Oh.
Exactly.
So what? How many times he? I think he came in while I missed some triggers because I don't know how many times he activated
Right.
Viscopa.
Looks like he activated it enough to win the game. Um, because we cast a meditation puzzle and then they are scooping up the cards. So I imagine it was probably 3 or 4 times.
Look, yeah, three. I think would do it right.
Yeah, well, you gain, well, it's 8 life, so you'd gain 24, lose 20, or you gain 8, lose 24. So probably has to be 4 times, but
It's
um,
4 times. Yeah, I think he's got it
yeah.
for sure. But I think this is like
Oh, plus the
oh, it's
extort
Stort
would do it.
also.
Yeah, you're right, Ryan.
Yeah. Okay.
The
Yeah,
extort would do
the
it.
Extort would do it.
Okay, well, that's everybody. Round one
Oh,
is over now.
wow.
We're done.
Crazy
So
stuff here.
here's some things that we know. Buddyfish on Rosaраil 1. Ankylosaur 1? Question mark. Pretty sure.
Pretty sure. Pretty positive
Alcadron.
Ankylosaur won that one. Nice.
Alcadron is the big wiener with Tony
Alcadron's
Baloney
always the big
Ravioli.
wiener of this stuff.
Death Rattle Oni taking the win there. Um, yeah, so some really great stuff. We didn't get to see the Death Rattle Oni. I'm sure we'll see it because now it's in the winners bracket now. Importantly, so it looks like some other big wieners we got. We got Lobert, one on the Raven Watcher, Gatorbait TV, big wiener this round. I forget what he's playing. It's something classic. Weavers, that's what it
Yeah,
is. Yeah,
he's playing old school. He's going back in time.
that's right. We got some other Fallen Seraphiel won their round. A player that I know Liam is familiar with locally to their metagame. Um, they were able to take round one as well. I forget what they're playing. Let me just dig it up
They're on
here.
Kutzil.
They're on Kutzel, a 1/1
So
counter aggro build.
wow. We have some
Yeah,
kind of crazy winners here.
yeah, some good stuff.
Kutzil, Thraben Watcher, fucking Death Rattle Oni. This is
Yeah,
some crazy stuff here.
a big loser this round. Clay. Just want to call out my boy Clay. But let's take a quick break here. We'll kind of catch our breath. We'll come back for round two.
Deep
We'll
breaths, deep
pick a
breaths.
sweet match with some cool decks, and you'll get to watch as we tell you what happens on the screen to
We're
accompany
gonna work through
your
it
internal
together.
narration. Yeah. we're going to try and comprehend what's happening together as a family.
It's
All
together
right.
now, children.
Yeah, so we'll be back in a little bit. Bobby, take me out.